I'm not used to pressing this button. Essentially what happened. So chat, let me give you the details on the ban. I know people want to get the juicy drama as to while I was temporarily banned from NoPixel, which I'm embarrassed to talk about. And I'll be honest, like, I obviously can't go too much into the details of the player report because obviously I'd like to come back to NoPixel. But here's what I can say. So essentially, for the longest time, I said this on Twitter as well. I've been feeling like my roleplay just has not been very good. You know, my roleplay consists of screaming, yelling, that's the same thing, screaming and yelling, shooting cops, robbing bank, go to jail, mold, repeat. And that's how I felt for such a long time. And I've let my out of character emotions kind of like, first ban? Oh, hell no, I've been banned longer than this, mate. I had a 30-day at one point. All the way back in NoPixel 1.0, I had a 30-day ban for fucking up big time. I didn't realize how bad it was. Like, NoPixel was like this big, okay? It was like 24 player server. Didn't even have a queue. Couldn't even fill up 24 players at that time. I was so embarrassed. I got 30 days. I was ruined. I was so upset. But what'd you do? Oh, I'm still embarrassed to this day because it's really bad. If it happened today, I'd be permabanned like on the spot. It's like really bad. I didn't realize how bad it was back in the day. But I, of course, learned my lesson. I haven't done it again. So the admins actually a few days ago, while I was off stream, I think it was less than a week ago, they sat me down and we had like a 2-hour discussion. And there were a few things that the admins weren't happy with that I can discuss because it wasn't player reported. Remember when I shot the guy in jail for wearing BBMC cuts? Yeah, that was his first day in the server, and I basically RDM'd him. So they weren't really happy with that as well. They're really upset about that. Then there was the time where I just bought the Sultan, and I got put into handcuffs. And we had that hostage situation, and then during the 18-hour stream. Remember when I shot the hostage for the Sultan? So I got yelled at that in the past, and I fully agree. I was in the wrong. I completely forgotten about it. I'd been up for so long, I didn't even realize I'd done it. You know, I got so lost. That was technically NVL, because think about it like this: if people think NVL only relates to ramming cars or pulling a gun with you when you've got guns on you, when NVL in reality is anything that will immediately get you killed with no chance of survival. So that means if I have like 1,000 guns pointed at me, even if they're cops, if I kill the hostage and the obvious outcome is going to be death with no possible chance of escape, then that is still NVL. And so I got in trouble for that as well. So there was the RDM in prison, there was the NVL on the hostage, there was the constant molding as well. I also got in trouble for another scenario, which I can't go too much into. I'm not going to name names, of course. But remember when I killed TJ? When I killed TJ, I got in trouble because even though I initiated with TJ, I got in deep shit because I left and came back to the scene. And the only goal was to kill cops. And it wasn't because like there was someone in custody or there was like an objective. The whole point was to go back and kill cops. And because I had left the scene and came back, even if it was 3 minutes, I had to reinitiate. I'm still a little lost on that. I can understand why they'd be upset at that, but that's not what I got banned for. I can't go into why I got banned for 3 days, but it was something so small in my opinion. It was the straw that broke the camel's back. Is what happened. It was when you combine all the previous stuff that's been going on, the fact that they were really unhappy with me and they wanted to see me improve, and then you see the straw that breaks the camel's back. And then it's just like, well, what's the point, you know? It wasn't anything to do with Mandem. It was something... I don't want to go into details for respect to the admins, but it was something so small because I didn't think it was actually a rule break. I thought of it so little. I just thought, there's no way that this is against the rules. This is something everyone has done. I thought it was so small. It was very petty, I thought. I thought that this was a bit of a shitty report. I should have paid more attention to the report, and I should have given a more detailed response because my kind of like I kind of responded to the player report passive aggressively. I responded to it poorly, and I got myself a 3-day ban. But I don't really want to go into the details. You know, you just got to move on and roll with the punches, I guess. You just got to do better, I assume. Well, not assume, but as I know. So that's really about it. I'll probably talk about it when time moves on, but as you know, it's a bit of a hot topic to talk about it right now. So maybe in a few weeks I'll talk about what the player report was at. Of course, I'm not going to name names. That's toxic and doesn't really do anything.